Hi everybody, it's Tasso. I was browsing through YouTube recently. I do this regularly. I told you that I believe one of the most important habits that you need to install in your life is to actually flood your mind with positivity in order to be able to conquer your mind. Flood it with possibility. Because I mentioned this many times, your mind is basically your best bodyguard. Your mind has evolved and has become, and it's basically, that's its own job. Your mind is there to protect you. So what it does is it will always downplay your potential. It will always upplay the risks and the threats. It will always look for the risks and the threats. And so it will, of course, do everything in its power to keep you protected and to keep you from doing anything. But of course, also this means that it will keep you from doing and embarking on something that is fantastic and great. So flooding your mind with possibility and positivity, be it through inspirational videos, be it through nice success books, whatever you find that can keep reprogramming and rewiring your brain, affirmations, meditation, any of this will help you conquer your mind. Now, back to my story. I'm deviating. So I was, as I said, browsing on YouTube, and I came across a video, one of those motivational videos, that gave me the shiver. I can tell you, this happens sometimes. It happens once in a while when the message that I hear is so deeply resonating with me. And so in this video, it was actually a video about a trailer, about a movie. The movie is called Bleed for This, and it's a movie from 2016, so rather recent. And in this movie is about, it's a true story about a boxer, about a Providence boxer who came to fame after winning a couple of world titles. So this guy is Vinny Pacienza. And this boxer, after getting into a near fatal car accident, actually broke his neck. And the doctors told him he will never be able to walk again, and he will, let alone be able to box again. But of course, trying to prove the man that he is and how these inspirational things is, as expected, he doesn't give up, he trains hard, and he has one of the most iconic comebacks of sports history. Now that's so far so good. Of course, this was expected from a motivational video. Guy is told he can't do something, he does it, proves them wrong, okay? But here's the wow moment. Here's what happened that actually made me stop and rethink big time. In the movie, in an interview with a journalist, the journalist asks him, what is the biggest lie you've been told? And that is such a powerful question. I hope that every one of us and every one of you is actually going to ask yourself this. What is the biggest lie you've been told? And he says, it's not that simple. And so the journalist doesn't get it immediately, and she asks back, so what's not that simple? And says, no, that's the biggest lie. And he mentioned that people keep telling you that something's not that simple. And this is the most important reason why you keep, what keeps you from doing things. Because, people tell you it's not that simple, and you believe that. And so she asks him back then, so what's the truth? If this is the biggest lie you've been told, what's the truth? And he says the truth is that it actually is. That once you do what people tell you that you can't, then it's done. And it is, and you realize that it is as simple as that. And I told you that one in my previous posts, you might remember, those who watch me very regularly, that I said that we live our lives so often based on assumptions and beliefs that are stored by our minds in our heads, and we rarely challenge and question these beliefs by saying, who put those things in there? Was it me or was it somebody else? And what was the context when this was relevant? Because right now it might not be relevant anymore. And you can imagine that such a sentence, it's not that simple. If this is said by somebody you love, by somebody you respect, by a mentor of yours, by somebody you deeply value in terms of advice, your dad, anybody, then of course this is going to be welcomed by your mind and put immediately into your database of beliefs. And such a belief is not stored in a way that is linked to the particular context you put it in there. No, instead, this belief is going to be generalized by your mind. And then all of a sudden, nothing is that simple. Now, every time you try to do something new, this became your mantra. It's not that simple. And this is what you need to be afraid of. This is what you need to be challenging again and again. So what's the biggest lie you've been told, guys? Think about it for a moment. What do you believe to be true? What do you believe to be true, but actually, if you dug a bit deeper, and if you looked a little bit, and if you scratched on the surface, you will realize that this is something that is an outdated belief. It's not true for you anymore, and it's the single biggest thing that is actually keeping you from moving forward. So what's the biggest lie you've been told? I hope this inspired you as much as it did inspire me. I really loved that motivational video, and I'm gonna watch the movie for sure. It was an amazing message for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this, please like and share the video. I thank you very much for watching this, and I wish you a wonderful day until the next post.